Hi Capricorn, welcome to your 2016 forecast. And in a nutshell, the theme for 2016 for you is about getting your spiritual side aligned with your action, with belief, with learning. And when you align all of that together, then the flow of the rest of your life in terms of relationship, emotional happiness, fulfillment, financial prosperity, and fulfillment will fall into place. So let's start and see how this theme weaves in and out of the new year. The new year begins with all of the planets moving direct, and then on the 4th, Mercury goes retrograde. It starts just at 1 degree of Aquarius, so it's dipping into, kind of like dips into your money house, thinking about money, and it pulls back into your sign, thinking about you. Mercury will also finish the year retrograde in your sign. So there's this everything is going to weave back together, a full cycle. And Mercury also will go retrograde 4 times this year instead of 3 in Earth signs. A harmonious aspect for you because you're an Earth sign. So, and Mercury retrograde, it's not about not starting something in January, but it is about perhaps going back to something or starting something that it's appropriate to always be able to go back to, that you would want to go back to. On the 7th, Jupiter in Virgo, an Earth sign, goes retrograde. And so this Jupiter retrograde is asking you to think about what can you learn that will support you in your overall desires or prospects of what you feel that you want, your path in life. That there may be something more for you to know, something more for you to learn, and to embrace. Some of it's book learning or something that you can use in your career, but other parts of it is more philosophical, spiritual level. If you think more in a way that is healthier, different ways to think about things, believe about things. When we get into March through June, it's very, very active. So you can find yourself very, very busy. There's an eclipse March 8th. Jupiter will be trine Pluto, which I'll talk a lot about, this Jupiter-Pluto energy. Pluto, of course, is in your sign. There is a lunar eclipse March 23rd, right after this equinox, with Saturn square Jupiter and Saturn, your ruling planet, going retrograde. So March is very complex, but it begins with Jupiter trine Pluto. Pluto in your sign. This Jupiter-Pluto together wants something big, and this is one of the themes in your year, 2016. What is the one big thing that you want to do that's important for you to do in your lifetime? The way for you to accomplish it, as I said, is going to be about spiritual wisdom, knowing where you can trip yourself up, knowing the action that you need to take, the daily stuff, and learning more in order to manifest the thing that is authentically yours, that's important for you, that you will feel, I really need to do this while I'm on the planet. Now, Jupiter square Saturn is the challenge of believing in yourself, having faith, having confidence to overcome the obstacles that life throws in our way. Saturn going retrograde on the 25th, so you'll feel this energy more than others because it's your ruling planet, but it's in Sagittarius, so it's asking you to once again figure out, get it handled, where you can get in your own way in life. Be your own worst enemy. Now, when we move into April, we have Mars going retrograde on the 17th, Pluto going retrograde on the 18th, and for those of you who are born around January 6th, 7th, and 8th, you will feel this energy stronger about wanting some change, wanting some transformation. Pluto and Capricorn is a long haul, so you all get your chance. But middle of April, if you're, like I said, around the 7th or 8th of January, there could be a big project to get done. It's about becoming empowered. How it can manifest in your life is a challenge with work, a challenge with school, a challenge with other people. But it really, the true challenge is within yourself, about stepping into who you really are and owning your internal gifts and allowing them to grow and allowing them to transform. The end of May, April 28th, Mercury will go retrograde. And again, in Taurus, in an earth sign. We step into May, Jupiter goes direct. That Jupiter direct energy, if the flow energy again, how do I get into the flow of life? Where's my flow of life? You might decide you want to travel. You might decide you might be planning some trips, planning, some readings that you want to do, something else that you want to learn. Towards the end of May, when Mercury goes direct, that's when that grand trine energy comes in. So new ideas can start popping up. And also this can be a very romantic month for you. You might, go on more dates, have more fun. And part of that larger theme or larger picture of your life is, am I having fun in my life? Is it all duty and responsibility? Is it fun for me? Jupiter will square Saturn. Once again, remember it's squared at the end of March 23rd, May 26th. Having the confidence and that belief that you can overcome obstacles. As we go into June, Neptune is moving retrograde. Now this Neptune retrograde, it becomes complicated with the Saturn square Neptune, which happened in November 2015. Saturn Neptune is another ball of wax, because Saturn wants things real and Neptune dissolves things. It is about the vision of things, the creativity. Dream it and it will happen. Saturn says that's a bunch of bull. You got to do something. You have to work hard. And it can also be where we had hoped something wanted to happen. We dreamt something might happen. We worked hard for something to happen and it disappeared. It didn't happen. This is part of life. It's kind of like get over it and move on. Get over it and be able to learn from it and realize that maybe there's something you can learn about what's necessary to do in order to make your dreams a reality. We have another Jupiter trine Pluto in June, that getting back into the flow, and then the end of June 29th, Mars will go direct in Scorpio. Now Mars direct in Scorpio for you is putting energy and effort into friendships and maybe even doing some networking. It could be a little bit antagonistic. This person, we made plans and they didn't show up. You might get a little bit aggravated, but the energy, the high side is like, what can I learn from others? What can I learn by joining this group or this organization? In the middle of, or right smack between July and September, around July 29th, Uranus is going to go retrograde. Now, for those of you who were born around January 12th, 13th, 14th, you may feel this energy stronger because it's restless energy. I want something different. You might start thinking about getting a different job, doing something completely different, or just wanting something different in your life, wanting to get out of the routine and enjoy life, which is one of the themes again. Is this fun yet? And Saturn, your ruling planet, goes direct August 13th. So you can feel that What is it that I need to do? Am I holding the responsibilities that I want to be holding? Am I really responsible for this? Or is it something that's made up? Do I choose to be responsible for this? So some of that can come up around the week of August 13th. When we move into September, we have the completion of that Saturn-Neptune square that started in November 2015. That what do I need to do to make my dreams a reality? What do I need to let go of? What regrets do I have? Disappointments do I have? That I can learn from them so I can move forward in life. And there's so much activity in September, you'll have a chance. The 1st of September, we have the eclipse, so boom. And for you, it's like, what else can I learn? Jupiter is going into Libra, and it will be there for about a year. And that's going to begin to open up the doors for opportunities for a new career for you. A new job, if you want a new position, if you want something completely different. It can start to crack open the doors. Of course, you have to walk through it. It depends how well you've done your homework this year of accessing your spiritual growth, knowing that there's a spiritual component to manifestation along with the work that's required and the confidence within yourself. And then we have another eclipse, a lunar eclipse, the middle of September. We have Mercury going direct on 22nd of September after the equinox, and then on the 26th we have Pluto going direct in your sign again. If you're born around the 7th or 8th, you'll feel it stronger. And how that can manifest for you is moving towards a different job, thinking about a different job, and just changing. Really feeling that it's time for me to come into my power, stand up for myself, and do what's true for me. Because Jupiter's gone into Libra, it's going to square Pluto on November 24th. Emphasizing that Pluto-Jupiter vibration, and when it wants something big, what's that big thing that you want that's important for you, that you say, this is important for me, for my life. What do I need to do? So now is a time of really pushing forward and doing. We close the year out with Mercury going retrograde, goes retrograde on the 19th, at 15 degrees of Capricorn, where it went direct, where Pluto went direct. So it's very personal to you, these retrograde cycles. And rethinking, just that closing out, rethinking, am I being true to myself? What about my life? Am I on the path I need to be on? If not, what do I need to do? What changes do I need to make? Then on the 26th, we have Jupiter opposite Uranus, which is freedom. Freedom and hope and exuberance. And the very end, December 29th, Uranus, that power, the agent of change, the planet that represents unpredictability and change and like sudden growth, restlessness, let's do something different, moves direct. And that can, for those of you who have decided that you are ready for a different position, a different life, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in your career path, whether it's where you live, the end of December time with Uranus moving direct can indicate that you move into January, your birthday month, and obviously happy birthday early Capricorns, into actually doing it, having those changes, making it. Thank you so much. Have a very happy, healthy, and prosperous 2016, and please remember to subscribe so you can find me later. And if you're inspired to comment, please comment. Let me know what your big thing is that is important for you for 2016.